What is up, guys? Dreadful here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this kit right here, which is the Blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu. Now, for this video I titled it as a Dihui Star Ryoshu. Sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. Mostly because I feel like that was the safest thing I could do, because I don't really know if she's going to be like mirroring Arya or Shiomi, so the Dihui Star is probably the most safest bet we can use, so without any further ado though, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Alright, here we go. We got her little things here first because I kind of wanted to do this out of the way first before we move on to the passives and obviously her skills. So we have Bladetrail After Image. Takes more damage from slash skills for every stack, so it's pretty much similar to like a damage amplifier that Renclair has. Entanglement skills and passives. Skill and passive effects can increase the minimum and maximum stack of this effect. Phantom Trace. Take more damage from Blade of the House of Blade of the House of Spiders. Ryoshu's base attack skills. Okay. String Severance. Here we go. Gain stack for every House of Nurse Fathers' death. Gain unique effects based on the death. Okay. And take less damage for every stack. Ooh. So, obviously, you want to pair her up with, like, the Nurse Fathers. And I'm glad that and what I know from the trailer is that we do see that she can also, like, kill the Nurse Fathers. So, and we also did see that she can also do, oh, what's it called? Uh, for every death, she does like one of their unique like animations. And we have Dihui Star's Blade. Some of Bladetrail stacks inflicted by this unit can stack up to per turn, okay? And then Shin, of course, we all know that gives minimum and maximum speed. Gain poison, potency, and count. Deal more damage on critical hit, which makes sense because this is, after all, the Pinky Nurse Father, so it definitely will. It would have been strange if it wasn't poise, or if it didn't had a way to gain poise and also more damage on critical hits, because we obviously saw that with Renclair. Take less damage from unopposed attacks, and unbreakable coins. Okay. So that's it for this side here. So let's go ahead and move on to her passives. Okay. Oh my god, Saikai! Upon entering the encounter for the first time, gain Entanglement and String Severance, and raise Entanglement's minimum maximum cap based on how many House of Spider identities are in the loadout. Transfer HP taken, damage taken to the House of Spider's identity that has the lowest current HP. When this unit takes damage that brings its HP to 0, this unit's HP does not drop below 1 for the turn. Okay, so she does have a conditional immortality similar to Lord Honglu, except this one is for the, she transfers that HP over to the House of Spiders identities. And let's zoom in a little bit more here. Apply these following effects on the House of Spiders allies' death. Gain Entanglement. Gain additional effects depending on which House of Nurse Father allied identities was defeated. So if it's Index Nurse Father Yi Sang, it'll be Final coin converting to an unbreakable coin, and then deal more damage with base attack skills unbreakable coins. Okay. Also a little bit of a printing error. The Index Apprentice Dawn. Gain poise on crit using base attack skills, inflict sinking. What? Middle Apprentice Ishmael. Gain defense level, inflict additional burn potency. Excuse me, what? Ring Nurse Father Honglu. Gain somatic frisson inspiring melody. Ring Apprentice Spouse. Gain shield equal to X amount of HP at every turn start. And then Pinky Apprentice Sinclair. Gain poise count and crit damage up at every turn start. If there are no identities left to substitute or return, Blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu gains skill slots the number of based on the number of the House of Spiders allies that were defeated. This effect cannot increase skill slots beyond the maximum cap of this encounter. For certain game contents, this effect can activate regardless of the content skill slot increase restriction. When conditions are met, change battle music until turn end. Alright, so we have something here, which will be interesting to see, similar to with Ricardo Heathcliff. And another thing here is that, so we still have Lucio identity that we still need to get, Valentino Rodion, and Matthias Otis. Those are the three that we need to get eventually. So I'm wondering if they're going to update this. Okay, let's now move on to the Dihui Star passive. Depending on how much Star's Blade that she has, activate Ren Space String Connection against a random enemy at the very end of that turn, once per encounter. After using it, apply these following effects. Cannot retreat for this encounter. Replace a base skill with Ren Space Echo Shear, depending on how much Star's Blade she has. At the turn next start, it'll prioritize the leftmost slot's bottom row on the dashboard. This unit is considered as an identity that inflicts burn, bleed, and poise. So basically no surprises here that she's a triple keyword. Space-time after image collapse. Inflict Phantom Trace on a random enemy for Abnos the core. On one additional random enemy, depending on how many allied units of the House of Spiders are dead. If an enemy has it, and it is the main target of this unit's base attack skills, use Inevitable Termination as an unopposed attack before using the said base skill. So unopposed attacks, I see. On base attack skill use against target that has Phantom Trace, convert all coins of that said skill into unbreakables and gain final power, and then gain Entanglement. After image reverberation, deal more damage on critical hit for every surplus of poise past itself. On crit, using base attack skills, inflict Bladetrail after image. It Ryoshu's his ego. Passives can be activated using attack skills targeting allies. Okay, so her ego gets transferred over. And then Master 2D Lich, which is the support passive. When the ally with the earliest deployment order uses a base skill, that said ally gains poise potency, so could be useful. Depending if you're running a poise unit in like Mary Dungeons or whatever, or just a regular poise team. But let's be real. For now, she'll be used as like the main like DPS, and then maybe like one or two cantos later, we'll probably see her using this. But regardless, it's time to move on to her skill. Control tab, please. Oh boy. It's looking very similar to. I think it's best we start off with a defense skill first before we move on to skill ones. Alright. Phantom Step. Targets one House of Spiders ally with the lattermost deployment order. At X string severance, target one additional ally. At skill end, equipped by target this turn, or if the target is staggered, or if the target does not have any skills remaining to be used. Use Slay the Heavens Tianxia against target as an unopposed attack. Prioritizes the Pinky Apprentice Sinclair last. Okay, I think this is like her Muga skill or something. Yeah, Muga that we saw in the story. So this might be her thing here. Poise count and poise. Nothing really special there. Alright. Triple slash, skill 1. Add amount of poise, gain coin power. Final power for every burn plus bleed on target, gain poise count. Poise, bleed count, poise, burn count. Poise, and then Bladetrail after image. And inflict more, depending on target equal to entanglement on self, to inflict bleed, and deal some slash damage equal to entanglement times X% of this coin's final damage. Okay. So that third coin is going to be, if I can get to it, that third coin is going to be beneficial for that. Slay the Heavens Tianxia. The skill does not trigger defense skills, and external effects cannot. Okay. Deactivates allies as base factors decreasing sanity while using the skill. For this encounter, lose offense level and gain base power for this unit's attacks. Heal SP, gain entangled life equal to damage dealt with using the skill. Inflict Bladetrail after image. If the target is a House of Spiders ally, deal X% HP as fixed damage. Okay. And we saw that to activate this, you do need to use her evade. So that's gonna be fun to just kill the House of Spiders allies. Triple slash Echo Shear. At certain amount of poise, gain coin power. Final power for every burn plus bleed on target. Gain poise count. Gain bleed, inflict bleed, or gain poise, not a gain bleed. Inflict burn, inflict bleed, inflict burn, inflict bleed. Deal slash damage equal to entanglement times X% of this coin's final damage, so that third coin's going to be once again useful. Then we go over to here. Inevitable termination. So just like the enhanced or the other skill one. It doesn't trigger defense skills, okay. Gain poise count. If this skill was triggered by skill 3, apply this skill's attack weight equal to the number of enemies that have Phantom Trace and prioritize the said enemies. Phantom Trace expires on the target. Deal more damage on critical hit. Inflict Bladetrail after image equal to entanglement on self. Activate burn on target. Target loses burn count. Inflict slash fragility. Okay. And then we have three skill threes. Okay, so similar to Lord Honglu. Rend space. Gain final power for every poise on self. Gain base power for every burn plus bleed on the main target. Deal more damage for every entanglement on self. Gain poise. Attack weight for every entanglement on self. Deal more damage for every excess attack weight beyond the number of actual targets. Randomly inflict entanglement on self plus X. Bladetrail after image between targets hit by the skill. Okay. More damage on critical hit. Inflict bleed, inflict burn, activate burn on target, target loses burn count. Activate bleed on target, target loses bleed count. Deal slash damage equal to entanglement times X% of this coin's final damage, which, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's only 1 on the base skill 3. Alright, let's take a look at the other one, which is Echo Shear. So this has 2 coins. The skill loses string severance on self, base power. Use coin 1 an additional time. Okay. Final coin gains entanglement on self, coin power. Deal more damage for every excess attack weight beyond the number of actual targets. Raise entanglement's minimum and maximum stack cap and resets entanglement on self to minimum stack. Consume Star's Blade. And then the first coin gain poise count, inflict burn bleed. Second coin, which will deal more damage because it's the final coin. Consume all Bladetrail after image on target and deal slash damage equal to Bladetrail after image consumed times X% of this coin's final damage. Activate burn on target, target loses burn count. Activate bleed on target, target loses bleed count. So pretty much similar to the regular skill 3. Except this time it uses it has an additional coin, it seems. And it can also reuse the coin 1 an additional time. And then we have another one. Skill 3-3. Unclashable. This skill does not trigger target's defense skill. Gain poise. Gain Shin Dihui Star. Remove this unit's first stagger threshold. Inflict burn, inflict bleed. Activate burn on target. Target loses bleed count. But yeah, all in all, oh my goodness. Her kit looks very fun to play around, whether you want to use her for a trolling perspective or just a standalone, like, busted perspective. She's 100% going to be so much fun to do and also test. As for fatalities, I definitely think it's either Pierce or Blunt. There's no way they're going to make it Slash. But all in all, I am very excited for this identity. I can't wait to see if I can get her. If not, that's okay. I will still make videos for you guys on her. Especially when we have to bully Rien more. Just like we did with Grandma, we have to do it with every nurse father identity. I'm probably not going to do the apprentices because that'll just get boring. So, but yeah, I am very, very excited for this one, and I hope you guys are as well. Without any further ado, though, that's gonna wrap up things for me. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys later.